You can come back. Maple. She's gonna feature heavily, hopefully, but she's just gonna play with the stick right now. So I'm gonna talk to you about self-love. I was given a few questions, but I think I'm just gonna waffle. That's my favorite way to address questions. Hello. I'm dog sitting right now. So, hello. Oh. I actually think I'm gonna have to define what I mean by self-love, and the only real way that I can do that is tell you what I don't mean. The things that I do not consider self-love: going and getting your hair done and getting your nails done, trying to lose weight, get a tan, anything that is some kind of an improvement or investment in your appearance on the outside, right? So on the surface, the superficial things. I do not consider that to be self-love. I'm going to deny that putting time and money into those things doesn't bring some kind of enjoyment. I do not pretend for 1 minute that it is to serve me. And the reason for that is, first of all, to improve your appearance makes the statement of what I currently have could be better. What I currently have is not good enough. How I currently look is inadequate. And then anything external is really about other people. Changing the way that we look is addressing what other people think of us and the value that that holds for us. It is like this old thing where particularly women invest heavily in their appearance because that equals happiness. Maybe because that's what attracts men. Maybe because that's what will make you happy. Like to just officially call bullshit on. This is a deeply embedded old way of thinking that unfortunately seems to still continue to be carried into the fucking year 2018. Changing your appearance does not equal happiness. Therefore, it is not self-love. I have notes. They're hidden. That's why I was looking there. That's what self-love is not. So let me tell you what self-love is. Self-love is accepting who you are and what you've got and loving it anyway. If you can do that, like, man, being able to love the body that you've got with the imperfections. We all are so aware of all the things that we would improve, right? We know, and choosing to love it fucking anyway, that is what practicing self-love is about. Accepting. Hi. Oh no, this is going terribly. Something else that is really important to me with regards to self-love is not investing in physical appearance, but investing in physical and emotional health. Eating right, sweating a little bit, getting a lot of sleep, and managing my stress. Those things are all my personal methods of practicing self-love. Okay, those physical things that I can do every day. The thing that is really hard about those things is they require effort. When you desperately need to practice self-love, we don't want it to be hard, right? Like, we want to do the easy shit, like going and getting someone to do our nails for us. Like, that requires zero effort. The things that you can do today that are going to require effort and are not going to reward you immediately are things like eating more vegetables, going to sleep earlier, not hitting the snooze button in the morning, going to the gym, getting outside, those things, you're not going to feel like doing them when it comes time to, but when they're done, it's always worth it. So that is very high on my to-do list when it comes to taking care of myself. And that's a really great form of self-love. That's really an investment in your future as well, in your quality of life. And I think that self-love is not just like a one and done, right? Like if I can invest in my health today and know that in 10 or 20 years I'm going to be doing okay, I think that that is not just an investment in my health. That right there is me building on self-love throughout the years. And then the other thing, mental and emotional stuff. For me, I personally read, and then I also journal. A lot of people meditate. I have never been tempted to meditate. I think a lot, and maybe that means I should, right? Like that probably is a great indicator that I need to learn how to fucking switch things off. I switch things off by reading and then also trying to get it out. So I read and it kind of tends to fill my brain, and then I write and it gets rid of all the other shit. Oh no, sorry, it's so windy. And then knowing what makes you happy so you can make yourself happy and meet your own needs and not rely on somebody else to do it for you, right? Whether you're in a relationship or not, you have to know how to take care of yourself and how to put yourself first. And the other part of that, the second thing, is learning to be an asshole and say no and do things for yourself rather than for other people at your own expense. Let me cover off on the first one. If you don't know what makes you happy, good luck trying to find somebody else to do it for you. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that are thinking, if I just do this, if I just get that, if I meet this person, then I'm going to be happy. Self-love is taking responsibility and holding yourself accountable. That's the heart of self-love, making yourself happy and loving yourself. So you better know what it is. Figure it out. For me, like something that I've said a lot is that the purpose in life is to give life purpose. I'm not waiting. I'm not letting things show up. I'm not hoping things fall into place. I'm not searching. I don't believe there's anything to be found. I don't think I can find myself. I really don't like it when people say that I'm searching for myself. I don't think that's a thing. I think you create yourself and you're just whatever the fuck you decide to be. And so my life is whatever the fuck I decide it's going to be, because I create my own purpose. And that to me is the purpose. Knowing what it is, knowing those things that you need to do, that's up to you. It's not up to anybody else. You can only truly practice self-love if you know that stuff. So you better kind of figure it out. Now then, the flip side of that, learning to say no and learning to, for me especially, learning to kind of be a bit of a bitch, because I am a people pleaser. That is a big part of my identity. That is how I believe other people see me. And it's also something that's been built into me from a very young age. Like I've always wanted to do the right thing. I've always wanted to follow the rules. I don't like to upset people. I don't like confrontation. I like it when people like me. That is a massive part of my motivator for, you know, the majority of things that I do. And what I have to learn to do is not please other people, because generally speaking, when I am constantly trying to help everybody else, I'm forgetting about myself, or I'm doing things that I don't really want to do. But it's for them, so it's okay. They're going to be happy. They're going to like me. No one's going to turn around and not like me, which is like not really helping anything. Let me give you a really good example. I just got out of a relationship. Yeah, so that's not super fun, right? No. And now we're talking about self-love and I'm like, fucking shoot me. But something that I know that I do is worry about trying to make it end well, trying to be friends, trying to be liked. I don't want the other person to hate me. I want, like, I will constantly take on the responsibility for all of the problems. And then I worry about, oh man, like what's gonna happen in the future if like we don't get along. Why? I don't know. Why I care about that shit? Like, because I'm a people pleaser, right? Like, I don't want anybody to ever not like me. I have to be the asshole. If I continue to be there, I'm hanging around trying to take care of him and trying to save him. Or I'm a victim. Being a saver or the victim, kind of like just both terrible. So learn to be the asshole in order to make yourself happy, and never base your happiness on other people. Self-love 101. Yeah, I don't know how much that made sense, but I think I'm gonna wrap it up. That was like it. That was me. I think I covered everything off. Be an asshole. Invest in your health. Accept who you are.